the tests and exams you have to do are in English. And if you're not on top of academic English, you can't show what you can do.
I can't replace a parent. You know, they won't do it for me, but they'll do it for their parents.
We've travelled across the country to visit 5 areas where schools are working in innovative and interesting ways to raise attainment and are succeeding in bridging the gap. The London Borough of Islington is home to one of the most diverse populations in the UK.
We have an extraordinarily diverse community. There's no one big ethnic minority group in the way there is in some boroughs to deal with. So our provision has to be sensitive to this diversity. We have over 100 different languages spoken in the borough, but none spoken by more than about 1,600 children, so very diverse.
Today we've come to North London to look at how Monton Primary and Islington Arts and Media School are trying to raise attainment. Monton Primary in Islington faces the challenge of its incredibly diverse intake, but it can see the benefits as well.
74% of the children speak English as a second language. That will give you kind of some idea. We come from, must be at least 40, 50 different countries. You know, some of them are very small islands they come from. And languages, well, there are about 20, 30 maybe different languages, maybe a bit more.
Once a year, the school holds a celebration of their cultural and ethnic mix.
The International Evening is a must. Everybody just, you know, loves that, and it gives us a chance to celebrate all the different cultures and people to get together and just have a party, if you like, with loads of food from all over the world. It's just grown into a very wonderful, big international party. You know, if the United Nations could see that, they'd maybe feel that the world is maybe better than we think it is.
For Sue, raising attainment is all about involving the parents.
Well, they own the school, they are the school. We are the facilitators, teachers and all the staff in the school. We just facilitate. It's not ours, it's theirs. It belongs to them and their children. The children love their parents to be involved. I can't replace a parent. You know, they won't do it for me, but they'll do it for their parents. So that's why it's very important.
To support the ongoing engagement of the parents who struggle with English, the borough employs bilingual community officers.
So have they always lived in this country, or did they move here?
I see.
No, she was in Bangladesh. She moved to, obviously, this country.
And what the bilingual community officers have done is to be a bridge between the communities and the school, to be able to make the school aware of the issues the community faces, the lack of understanding in some parts of the community of the way the English education system works.
Because she obviously does ESOL class, so that's helping her, and obviously us being here as well helping her, because at the moment she can't, you know, there's certain issues, you know, us being here, we're sort of pushing her, she could come to us and ask us, I need help with this, so we could provide that help. So it's really helping them.
Yes, I understand, but not speaking very good. Understand is everything, not speaking.
Along with the Bengali community officer, Monton Primary have Somali and Turkish community officers.
I'm Turkish, and obviously I'm with Turkish parents. And I like being with the community because I like when it's nice for me if I help them. If I'm useful to them, then this makes me happy as well.
And does it help that you work with her?
Diyor ki benim burada çalışmam size faydası oluyor mu?
Vallahi benim amacım ben diyorum oğlum tek İngilizceyi söksün, okumayı söksün.
Benim burada olmam size faydalı.
Tabii oluyor, okay. Yes.
Yes, they like it that I'm here because I'm translating everything for them, and they know what's going on in school. Well, I helped them quite a lot with how they can help their child at school. For example, with reading, most of the parents, they don't really know how to like how to sound out for the children, and they helped them with reading and also with maths, because the education they had in Turkey, the math system is completely different comparing to here.
And it gives them a sense of, yes, you are wanted, you are valued, you are a valued member of the community. And I think this is really important, this message. Otherwise, they wouldn't come near us, I don't think.
Okay, so this was your last piece of writing that you did, a clumsy character. And for this piece of writing, we got a 4C, which was fantastic. So well done.
One of the things we tried this year, with the help of the borough, was these 10-minute tutorials where the teachers literally took the children out. This is this personalised learning. Took them out for 10 minutes and actually went thoroughly through their writing and talked to them about their writing. And actually the writing went up.
But I did feel it was slightly rushed. We could have maybe slowed down with the ending a little bit. Okay, so some really good points there. You know, a lot of children with English as a second language, their vocabulary might not be as advanced as other children, so we can really work on those issues. Okay, so can you remember from class time those words that we use at the beginning of complex sentences? Wow. And we get 10 minutes with each child, which is precious time. You never have 10 minutes in the classroom where you can just sit down with one child and talk about one piece of writing. You might have a couple of minutes where you could say, this is what you need to improve before you have to move on to the next child. But these writing tutorials are so beneficial.
Part of engaging the children and raising attainment is giving them new learning experiences.
We give them London, if you like. I think it's very important visits anyway. They do this all year round because actually children need to know there are places you can go and enjoy. I mean, here we've got a wonderful facility on our doorstep. It's not only that they're going out because we're celebrating the end of their time at Monton School and all that, it's also a part of learning.
Facing some of the same challenges as Monton Primary is Islington Arts and Media School, also known as IAMS.
Children have to be engaged and want to learn. Education isn't something that's done to them. They've got to take part in it. I think attendance and literacy are both really base building blocks. If children can't read and write and access the materials, they're not going to make progress. And if they're not there, you're not going to be able to teach them. So they have to be two absolute pillars.
Islington Arts and Media School is convinced that the key to attainment across the curriculum is to get its students up a level in English as soon as possible.
We have found out that if you don't move children quickly up to a level 4, then they tend to stick. They don't move at all because the gap just gets wider. The secondary curriculum becomes less and less accessible and they fall further and further behind and obviously then become demotivated, disengaged and never actually make the progress.
The school have introduced 2 literacy schemes. The first of these is the Literacy Support Centre, working with students who got level 3 in their key Stage 2 SATs.
Yes, good. It is formal language, isn't it? It is important to distinguish.
The Literacy Support Centre, what we do is we take into the LSC every student who arrives with us in Year 7 on a level 3, so just one level below the nationally expected average. And we have a very intensive programme. They're with us for a term. This year it's been 6 periods a week. And they receive very intensive literacy tuition. It's based on the Targeting Level 4 programme, which is very effective and also has a sort of cross-curricular content, so it supports them in other subjects. It's not about extra English. It has been very successful and I'm hoping it will continue to be successful. 97% made at least one sub-levels progress, which in a single term is very impressive.
The second scheme is the Arsenal Double Club. This is aimed at students who got level 4 in their SATs and links literacy with football.
You guys are going to be doing a spelling test. And your spelling test, if it's an easy spelling, will be worth 1 goal, a hard one 2, and a really hard one, a hat-trick. And then at the end of term, someone will win a golden boot for you guys.
The Arsenal Double Club has definitely raised attainment within Year 7, Year 8 pupils. Through the literacy, which is driven by Arsenal Football Club, it's helped them engage, and also it's given them some self-esteem to improve on their literacy attainment levels.
In you go, guys. Look in there, guys. Come on, guys. Go!
There are a number of different rewards. We have spelling awards, which give them a Golden Boot trophy, which is then presented by one of the Arsenal football players. We give visits to the ground. Sometimes we have match tickets. So there's a number of bonus things. They love the football, as you can see from behind me. That is a big part of it as well. So what we're trying to do is marry them both together in terms of the literacy and football, find a common denominator and hopefully raise their achievements.
One of the things we've found out is that if you were to draw two graphs, one of achievement and one of attendance, and lay one over the other, the correlation of the children leaving with 5+ A to C's and 95% attendance is almost exact. We can say now to children, if you are in school for 95% of the time, we can guarantee you that you will leave with 5 good GCSE grades.
The techniques they use to increase daily turnout include being tough on parents with fines and possible court appearances, whilst also rewarding the children with prizes for attendance.
We know, I've told you many times before, that good attendance means good results. Those students that are in school the most do the best. I'm really, really pleased to give you 8 people that have had 100%, that's every single day since the beginning of the year they've been in school, punctually, on time, every day, so well done.
Those children in the assembly this morning, those Year 8s, they've been there 100% for the whole year. They haven't missed one day in the year, and that's very impressive, and they should be rewarded for that, and they have given themselves a really good foundation to go on and achieve in Year 9, 10 and 11. In 2001, there were 5% of the pupils got 5 A to C's. Last year, 52% got 5 A to C's, so we've got something right.
Raising attainment is about rigorous teaching. It's also about motivating kids and children, making them want to learn. To make people want to learn, you have to make sense of the world for them. The reason why you are learning this is because the most important factor in all of children's education is the parent. Because it's the parent they do it for, and it's the parent's involvement and interest with the child which actually supports their learning and raises achievement.
Raising attainment at IAMS is about getting it right at the bottom of the school and at the top of the school. So you're getting it right at the bottom by making sure that they've got the literacy skills to be able to access the materials in the secondary curriculum. You set them into the good habits of attending regularly so that they are there in the lessons to be taught and can be helped and taken forward, and hopefully come out with really cracking results at the end of their 5 years.